and I do have a big confession. Today we're going to test out this rugged phone. Now I might have marked it up as paid promotion, but I haven't actually been paid. I've just got the phone for free, so I can do and say whatever I want. Nice bit of packaging. This is the Ulefone Armor 25T Pro. It's a decent sized smartphone that's specifically designed to be rugged. I've always had my eye on a rugged phone, but they've always been like massive rubber bricks. So I always end up getting like big chunky cases normally. My current phone at the moment, you'll notice on here, it says rugged shield. Now the phone has coped okay, I suppose. I've got the glass that I've installed that is all smashed up. But if I would have known this one existed before, maybe I would have got this, because it's got better features. It's even got a thermal camera. I'm literally going to test this out. I'm not going to run through the features. You can look them up yourself. Like, obviously there'll be a link in the description. Check it out. It has got pre-installed Gorilla Glass, so you don't have to mess about putting a new one on or anything. This bit around here is basically like a rubberized case already, like installed into the phone itself. It's quite sturdy. It's got aluminium down here. The criticism that I would have, it's got the Gorilla Glass pre-installed there from the manufacturer. It hasn't on here. In the box, it's got a USB-C lead, and you got this plug. I assume they don't do it with a UK plug, or they just didn't think to send me one with a UK plug. I haven't put a SIM card in. We're just going to run it off Wi-Fi. I've got Wi-Fi everywhere here. I like the home screen there. That looks cool. It's quite responsive. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. I can definitely notice it's a slightly cheaper version than my phone, but I mean, for 300 quid, you can't really argue, can you? Yeah, look up the price. It is roughly 300 quid you can get these for. Something I'm particularly interested normally is the camera, and I believe that these are Samsung lenses, I think, or sensors, whatever they are. I'll take a couple of pictures and we'll put them up to see what they're like. Hello, monkey. We take a picture. Offer. Who is it? Offer this way. There we go. On the phone itself, that picture looked quite decent. Let's do a quick selfie. How's that look? How about a quick video? Hello, Papa. Hello, Papa. Took a minute to focus there, didn't it? Oh no, it's fine. Apparently he's got a night vision camera on there, so we can test that out maybe later with the cats. Something I am interested in particularly is the thermal camera. We need to do something over here. I'm interested in the actual fascia up there, because I haven't left enough expansion, I don't think. We can test out how accurate this is later on in terms of the temperatures. So the frame, it gets particularly hot. It has been hot today. The temperature is going down. It's particularly hot in them bits just there in the center of the screen. That isn't too bad. It's about 30 degrees, but there's only 3mm expansion gap on that. And if you've seen the video, that is only at my end over here. That one, that side, is butt up against it, so we need to sort that out, because I think if we will allow for the temperature fluctuations, I should have a minimum of 5mm. We've got aluminium, we've got block. I could cut the aluminium, or I could just make a slit down the block there. So I've got my diamond blade on. It doesn't matter that this phone's here, because it's fully dust proof. Oh no, I just dropped it. It was on top of the ladder. Shit. Well, it is a rugged phone, so that looks fine at the moment. I was supposed to get that on camera, but I didn't expect it to fall off just yet. Look at the bloody state of that. Oh shit, I dropped the phone. It's fine, it still turns on. There's nothing wrong with it. So even though, like, I mean, I can still see the screen, but It's just a bit dusty. I need to wash it a bit. Oh look, there's a bucket of water there. I can wash it in that. Shit, I missed it. Let's try that again. Oh. It's still a bit dusty. Still a bit dusty. What do we need? Hose down maybe? I think there's still a little bit of dust. Oh shit, should we actually do it? Come on. Oh no! Do you reckon it's alright still? Oh, it's nice and clean at least. Right, it's still wet, so I just need to dry it off a little bit. Only joking. Funny thing is, if I actually break this, I've done this video for nothing. But we're having a laugh. So I've really put it through its paces, and it's held up pretty well. You can see, on the Gorilla Glass, there is a load of marks on it. In here they actually give you a spare one, so I can put that one on if I want. And in terms of the case, there's a couple of little nicks here. There's nothing anywhere else really, nothing on the back. This is completely fine. I don't know if I dropped it on that side whether it will just end it, but I think I've done enough of chucking it about now. Quite like having this, so I think I'll try and look after it a little bit better. So this is IP68, IP69K. There is a slash there. It does say as you drop it and you abuse it, it might lose some of its, what would you call it, dust and waterproofness. But for all intents and purposes, I think it's done pretty well so far. There's still water in the speakers. It was connected to headphones. What headphones are they then? Well, the headphone jack works. The speakers don't work though. Shit. Shit. Did they work in the first place though? Hang on. Let's turn it off and on.
Are you recording?
Yeah.
Just walked past the screen.
That's right, I went. Just been driving back, picking up stuff. My brakes are squeaking a bit. That's because I only do about 3,000 miles a year in this van. I want to work out which ones it is, so I'm going to use a thermal camera to see which one's hotter. 54 degrees. That was like 90, 70. 54 again. That's handy, being able to whack out your phone and check things like that. So it looks like this one is binding a little bit. I say binding, it's not really binding, it's just, I need to clean that. I need to service the van anyway, so put it on a job list. Just as a quick comparison, I took a photo on my other thermal camera versus the Ulefone. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty decent. If you wanted something a little bit more quality, then I think the updated version of this, the new version, they're partnered with FLIR. So it's got FLIR thermal imaging sensor. Oh, I took a couple of pictures of the cats the other day as well. The night vision camera, that's quite cool. Can't really fault it. There's a couple of pictures here of just the night vision and a normal picture with a flash. And I quickly took a little video as well. The thing I would say about the cameras in general, it's a little bit laggy. I wouldn't buy one just for the camera picture quality and software alone. But in general, the Ulefone is half the price of my other phone that I normally use. I don't earn commission or anything. You can go and buy one if you want. I'm not really fussed, to be honest. But I wanted the phone, so that's the reason why I've done the video. And I do have a big confession. I thought I broke it. I honestly thought I broke it. See, last time I was filming, there was a little headphone symbol up here, but I didn't have the headphones plugged in. And because it thought it had the headphones in, it wouldn't play any sound through the speaker. Now, I assume it's because there was moisture in there. I tried to blow it out, it wasn't really happening. So I just left the phone for a couple of hours, and then when I come back to it, the symbol had gone and it was working properly. I say it was working properly. When I played the sounds, it was just going... It was just rubbish. The speaker wasn't working properly, and I was thinking, oh, why didn't I test the speaker before I put it through all of that abuse so I could see whether I've broken it or not? And then Lou said, well, why don't you just get the hairdryer on it? So that's what I did. And on the label that gets stuck to it, I don't know whether you'll be able to read this, it says, if you want to make a waterproof test, after the test, please dry off the phone and make sure it's completely dry before turning on, otherwise it may cause speaker noises. And if the phone was broken or after destructive test, please don't make the waterproof test. Just to prove it does work. Alright people, thought I'd do like a little soft comp. Speaker's not brilliant, but it's, for all intents and purposes, it is a cheap phone. So you kind of get what you pay for in a way. This I say it's cheap enough to just chuck it about and not really worry about it. So it's perfect for like site work and stuff. One thing I would say regarding like water and dust, even though it's IP69K, I would get these if you're going to get this type of phone. That protects your charger, even though it's got wireless charging anyway. You just stick that in there for that one, and then for the top you get one for the jack. I'll pop a link in the description for them. I normally have it in this phone as well, but I haven't bothered recently. So IP6 is fully dustproof, and then 8 is fully waterproof, and you can hold it underwater for I think it's 1.5 meters for like half an hour. But the 9K, it withstands like pressured water. That's I think it's high temperature as well, I'm not sure. Anyway, obviously I tested that. So there we go, there's my little test and review. Get one if you want. Don't care if you don't. I'll see you later.